Rowdy Retro Reviewer here. Today I got another video for you. This is my own top 7 favorite Hanna-Barbera cartoons. These aren't in any particular order. These are just some of the ones that I think are the best. And I know you guys have different thoughts on these shows. So let's not waste any time and get right to it. We got Scooby's All-Star Laugh Olympics. Now you guys are already familiar with this show, but for any new members who haven't heard of this, basically you got 3 different teams: the Scooby Doobies, led by Scooby Doo, the Really Rottens, led by Mumbly, and the Yogi Yahooies, led by Yogi Bear, who will go around the world competing against each other to win the Laugh Olympics gold medal. Yeah, this is the first. I have the first and second volumes on DVD, as well as a compilation DVD of this, and a VHS copy of the show. And this is probably one of my favorite crossover series ever, since it features a lot of Hanna-Barbera characters like Scooby-Doo, Yogi Bear, Hong Kong Phooey, the Dalton brothers, who are like villains from the original Quick Draw McGraw cartoons, Gray Babe, Captain Caveman, and many more. And fun fact, during the show's early productions, the Scooby Doobies team was gonna be different. It was gonna have Genie from the show with the same name, and characters from Josie and the Pussycats as members of the Scooby Doobies. But since Archie Comics and Columbia Productions own the rights to their original properties, since the Genie cartoon was based off the I Dream of Genie live action series, and Josie and the Pussycats cartoon was based off the Archie Comics of the same name, those characters were scrapped and replaced by Hong Kong Phooey and Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels. And it's kind of a shame that this show hasn't gone revived at some point. The closest we ever got to a Laugh Olympics revival was an episode of Jellystone, where they did an entire episode dedicated to Laugh Olympics called, Laugh Games. You can find clips of it on YouTube, or just find the full series on some random website. Hong Kong Phooey, number 1 super guy. It's about a janitor named Henry Pooge, who has a secret identity as Hong Kong Phooey and fights crime somewhere in New York City. And here's the description that explains the entire show, which it probably does a better job explaining it than I did. I'll let you guys pause and read this, so that you may understand the show a little bit better. Now, it has been a long time since I've seen this show. Probably because my recent DVD player has been acting up, which you could probably see sorry for the stuttering, which you could tell right there. Yeah, you can tell right there that I don't have it anymore. The person who voiced Hong Kong Phooey is Scatman Crothers, who isn't a total stranger to Hanna-Barbera in general, since he voiced Meadowlark in the Harlem Globetrotters TV show. Which makes sense, because if you ever own a copy of the Harlem Globetrotters meeting Scooby-Doo and a gang. And it's like I said before with the Laugh Olympics show, he did become a member of the Scooby Doobies and Laugh Olympics. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this character, because I think most Hanna-Barbera cartoons are kind of obscure, unless you're familiar with some of the more recognizable ones. Wacky Races. One of the coolest sports-related series Hanna-Barbera has produced. The series revolves around Dick Dastardly trying to cheat his way and become the winner of the Wacky Races. In fact, then here's the plot of the show, which explains the entire show better. Diabolical do-better Dick Dastardly, his snickering canine cohort Muttley, and the Mean Machine take you and all comers for the all fast and furious fun of the complete animated series Wacky Races. Gear up to keep pace with this dim-witted duo as their rivals Peter Perfect and his Turbo Terrific, Luke and Blubber Bear in Arkansas, Chugabug, the Anthill Mob in a bulletproof bomb, and the glamorous Penelope Pitstop in her pink compact Pussycat and many more. Fasten your seatbelts for the 34 original episodes plus hilarious high-speed extras that will keep you awake at the wheel and straight through to the finish line. This show is a lot of fun, and I guess you can say it's literally a fun ride. And it's kind of funny that Dastardly and Muttley was so popular that they even got their own spin-off show called Dastardly and Muttley and Their Flying Machines. And so did Penelope Pitstop, which I'll get to in a little bit. And I'm actually glad that the Dastardly and Muttley made a return in the newest Jellystone episode, Laugh Games, which I briefly mentioned earlier today. You know, in fact, whenever I celebrate Halloween or go to a comic book convention, I never see anyone dress up as any of the characters from Wacky Races. I mean, the characters can't be that obscure, right? Right? I hope not. Because I think Wacky Races, it's like I said, Wacky Races is a fun show and takes you on a wild and, well, literally wacky ride. Now, I have been familiar with the 2017 reboot, and I still often watch clips of it on YouTube, which I know is not the same as watching it on TV or seeing it on the Boomerang streaming service, which you're correct. But hey, you can't win them all. Seeing clips is one way of being more familiar with the reboot, if you know what I mean. The Secret Squirrel Show. Oh yeah, I'm probably not gonna read every description on these DVDs since, well, I'm not sure if you guys get annoyed by that, and plus the batteries on my phone is getting a little low. So as usual, you can just pause this part of the video and read it for yourself. And I'm sorry if it seems like I'm pressuring you guys a bit. Secret Squirrel is probably a cool action show to watch, which I actually got as a birthday present last year, along with the amazing Chan and the Chan Clan. Secret Squirrel is kind of like James Bond, but he's a squirrel. hence the title of the show. And he's not alone. It also has a special appearance by Winsome Winnie Witch and Squiddly Diddly. Now, Secret Squirrel and Morocco Mole did appear in Scooby-Doo Team Up issue number 10. I guess I somehow forgot to bring up that Hong Kong Phooey and Dastly and Melly and Penelope Pitstop were also in Scooby-Doo Team Up. But that's besides the point. This show has a lot of action, great suspense. A fun fact, the person who voiced the Secret Squirrel is Mel Blanc, who isn't a total stranger to Hanna-Barbera, since he voiced other characters in the Hanna-Barbera library that I can name off right now. And I think you guys could check out the... I think there are videos that proves my point about Mel Blanc being the man of 1,000 voices. And Secret Squirrel counts as one of them. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have heard of Secret Squirrel before, but I'm sure some of you do. But in case you don't, check it out. It is real fun. 4 down, 3 to go. Clue Club. This is one of many Scooby-Doo clones during the 70s and 80s. What do you get when you combine a quarantine of investigators, sorry for the stutters, with a pair of canine crime busters? You get the crime-solving team that makes the scene Clue Club, operating out of Leader Larry's pad. Pepper and Dee Dee search for clues and get chased by bizarre villains, and bring them back to Clue Club headquarters so that the resident's data servant Dottie can use their high-tech wizardry to come up with the solution. And always hot on the trail of the mystery are the Clue Club dog detectives Woofer and Whimper. Wait, Woofer and Whimper. Yeah, that's Woofer and Whimper. The Brush Bloodhound Woofer and his sensible Basset Whimper. So get set for a ride to mystery and adventure. Seth Bigley's on the line with an impossible crime. To be fair, not only that is a mystery solving show, but I think it's kind of like watching a spy related series. Kind of like Secret Squirrel. Which I'm sure most people might disagree with me on that, but you know what? Whatever floats their boat. And it's kind of a shame that they didn't cross over with Scooby-Doo. And Scooby-Doo is no stranger to crossovers, considering how he crossed over with some of these guys before in any form of media, as a TV show, movie, or comic book. What do you guys think? Do you think I should make a video about how Clue Club and Scooby-Doo should cross over? Or should I let you guys think about it for yourselves? Let me know. My number 2 favorite is Frankenstein Jr. on the Impossibles. And as usual, I'll let you guys read the synopsis since I'm sure you guys are getting tired of me reading these out loud. This is actually one of many different Hanna-Barbera action shows that they used to produce back in the 60s. Now, have like a group of superheroes fighting crime in their own respective cities. Fun fact, The Impossibles was somewhat inspired by the Beatles of the same name. And I guess and Frankenstein Jr. was somewhat inspired by Dr. Frankenstein's monster. And he's also voiced by Ted Cassidy, who you might know him better as Lurch from the original Addams Family. This is actually another obscure cartoon in the Hanna-Barbera library that nobody's talked about. I mean, the only time this show was somewhat remembered was Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles being fictional characters in Scooby-Doo Mask of the Blue Falcon. And they even appeared in issue number 22 of Scooby-Doo Team-Up called Mysteriously Impossible. Wait, not Mysteriously Impossible, I mean, Nothing is Impossible. I don't know how I messed that one up for a moment. Glad I caught that mistake. Oh yeah, I even almost forgot that they were even fictional characters in the movie Scoob, which I still think is a very underrated film. Speaking of the casting that I also mentioned, Dick Beals also does the voice of Buzz Conroy. Paul Frees does the voice of Fluid Man. Hal Smith as Coil Man. And Don Messick as Multi-Man, who you might recognize him better as the voice of Scooby-Doo from, well, the show of the same name. So yeah, I guess Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles has a close connection with Scooby-Doo, since I already mentioned Scooby-Doo Team-Up. Oh no, I almost forgot to mention that both Buzz Conroy and Frankenstein Jr. also made background cameo appearances in Space Jam 2: A New Legacy. I almost forgot to bring that up. And my number one favorite Hanna-Barbera cartoon is... Hold on. Let me get this set up. Get this propped up. Ignore the hat. The Perils of Penelope Pitstop, which is actually a spinoff to the aforementioned Wacky Races. Sorry for the sniffling. Wacky Races' beautiful Belle spins off in her own comedy of perils. Pretty Penelope finds peril at every pit stop, pun intended, pursued by Sylvester Sneakley, alias the Hooded Claw, and also his allies, the incomparable voice of Perilous Pauline, until the notorious Anthill Mob somehow bumbles to her rescue. But don't let Penelope's girly Southern Belle draw you fool. This damsel in distress can fight back, aided by her stylish retro chick go-go boots. Sorry for the stutters and slurs there. If you love Wacky Races, you'll love this spoofy spin-off with Penelope Pitstop and the girl with the beauty and brains, other than her inability to figure out Sylvester Sneakley's dual identity. Enjoy our 17 fun-packed adventures in one racy package with a marvelous mob of DVD extras. Like I mentioned before, this is a spin-off to the original Wacky Races. And somehow I also forgot to mention that Penelope Pitstop and Dastardly and Muttley also made cameos in Space Jam 2: A New Legacy. But that's besides the point. This show has a lot of thrills and suspense, and it's kind of like watching an actual perilous TV show from the either in the early 1900s or something. And somehow this show is now canon within the Scooby-Doo world. Because I can't remember what issue it was, but I think it was Scooby-Doo Team Up issue number 41, I believe. Where Mystery Inc. helps Penelope solve the mystery of a strange monster who wants to put her in perilous perils to get Penelope's vast fortune with the Anthill Mob's assistance. Now I'm not gonna spoil the ending for that comic book issue, since I'm sure you guys never read Scooby-Doo Team Up or even heard of it. And it kind of does act as the series finale of Penelope Pit Stop, just in case you guys were wondering. Oops. I guess I must have spoiled it a little bit. Sorry about that. Just pretend like I never said that. Or just pretend like I didn't spoil it. So anyways, that is all 7 of my favorite Hanna-Barbera cartoons. And I know there's like plenty more Hanna-Barbera shows that they made over the years. But I think I would consider these to be my favorite. And it is kind of ironic that Penelope Pitstop, Frankenstein Jr., The Impossibles, Sequa Squirrel, the characters from, wacky races like Destiny and Mully, and the aforementioned Penelope Pitstop, and Hong Kong Phooey had met Scooby-Doo before in any form of media, movies and comics, except for Clue Club. But let me know in the comments below what your favorite Hanna-Barbera cartoons are. Are they the ones on this list, or just any random one that you guys prefer? Just let me know, and stay groovy, my retro fans.